Hey guys, welcome back to Opal&Mint. I'm Ashley. I'm doing the intro on my phone, so please forgive the quality, but we're going to jump into the video. Today I'm having Ashley Hawks on the channel again, and this is a very long video. I am warning you now, but it is worth watching. So we talk about Daniel Smith, but we also do a lot of color mixing, a lot of talking about color theory, how to mix difficult colors, what our favorite colors are from Daniel Smith, and some of our favorite color mixes. So if you want to know more about color mixing, if you want to know more about Daniel Smith, if you want to know more about some of our favorite colors, there's so much good information in this video. So I know it's long, but it's definitely worth watching. So let's go ahead and introduce Ashley Hawks. All right, guys. So today we are going to be talking with the Ashley Hawks. If you have not seen her YouTube channel, I highly recommend you go check her out. But let's say hi to Ashley. Hey.
Hello. Thanks for having me on again.
I'm so excited to see you again. Please ignore the headache hat and everything, but we'll get down to the paint and the colors in a second.
Okay. Yeah, you're beautiful always, even with the
Oh,
headache hat.
you're so sweet. So, first of all, we're here to talk a little bit about colors and mixing and a little bit more about Daniel Smith, the brand, because I have always loved Daniel Smith and they are my go-to professional paints. And you've been a brand ambassador for a while, right? And
Yeah.
we want to know a little bit more about Daniel Smith.
All right. I'm excited. It's my favorite subject.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the brand, and then we'll turn our cameras around and we'll start playing with some color.
Perfect. All right. So, like you said, I love Daniel Smith. I've loved Daniel Smith since probably 2019 when I discovered their range of earth tones alone. I'm an earth
Yeah.
tone girl. I like color, but I love me some earth tones. So I'm an earth tone girl. And when I was trying to get into professional watercolors, I discovered Daniel Smith and my mind was blown. So I think at the time they had like 260 something colors. Now they're up to 272. They came out with 6 new ones this year, which I can show if we decide to, play with those. They're just fantastic. So they also came out with gouache. They've got how many gouache are we at? A lot of gouache, and it's fabulous. Have you tried the Daniel Smith gouache?
I have not, and I haven't. I think I have one gouache. Like I have not gotten into gouache yet, but I really want to.
Oh man, it's so fun, but it's such a different animal. It's just a
Yeah,
whole different thing. But yeah, they have 74 gouache. They've got their Primatech, which is like the minerals made into
my
watercolor.
favorite.
They're so fun. Yeah, I have a few on my dot card. They're just so unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, I guess one of the things I've got like the brochure in front of me for talking points, but one of the things I love the most about Daniel Smith is their commitment to quality. That is like I know the CEO, I know John, I know just I've actually had the opportunity to tour the factory with John and seen the commitment to quality. A lot of their employees have worked there for like 40 years. Next year is their 50th anniversary.
Oh, that's amazing.
So yeah, that's gonna be really fun. But yeah, I loved the brand before. I became a brand ambassador. It was like a dream come true. And since then have gotten really close with, just all the other brand ambassadors and the people who run the company and I love it even more now. So, I mean, a lot of times like they said don't meet your heroes and it's like, you love something and then you kind of look behind the curtain and you're like, not with Daniel Smith. I mean, yeah, talk about like touring Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, fabulous brand, fabulous people, and commitment to quality. Quality is like that is their goal. So they work really hard to make sure that every tube is going to match the last. So if you buy a tube and then 10 years later you buy another tube of the same color, it's going to be the exact same color because they
Nice.
always keep a tube back from every single batch. And then
Yeah.
they have a in-house chemist named Ron, and he tests everything. He tests every single swatch. They have like special equipment that can do like really fast light fast testing. They send all their swatches off to a lab. I think it's in Arizona, and they have a really controlled environment to do light fast testing. So you know how a
Yeah.
lot of people will stick like we've all done it. We've swatched and
In the
stuck it in a
window.
window. The hard part about that is everybody's lighting's different. Your paper, the acidity, there's so many, the humidity. and then the lighting coming and going. There's so many factors involved that it's not really necessarily an accurate test per se.
Yeah.
And so a lot of companies will join the ASTM um, deal where they can send all their swatches off and have them tested just to make sure it matches what they're seeing with their equipment. So,
Yeah.
anyway, super cool.
I want to know what your favorite part of the factory tour was because I can just like I'm trying to envision it and that just sounds so fun.
Amazing. It was so cool seeing like the pigment and just seeing the workers. My favorite part was I forgot his name, but there's a guy who works and does the sticks, the watercolor sticks. And he was extruding the
Yeah.
sticks. It's pure pigment. Yeah, they're fabulous. And he was doing a red color. And I looked at it for a second. I said, hold on, let me guess. And I said, quinacridone red. And they were like, how did you know? And so I was like, yeah, I
You're like,
got
I
this.
used them.
Yeah, that's like my favorite. That's one of my favorite colors. So it was just so
Oh,
fun to
nice.
see like the stuff I love being made and handled,
Yeah.
and everybody's just so happy. Everybody's is just it's amazing. So
That's awesome. Okay, the most difficult question anybody is ever going to ask you. You got to pick one paint, one Daniel Smith color. What would
oh
it
my. Yeah, that's not fair. That's like asking
be?
me like my favorite kid or something. But I will say, okay,
Because
I've got swatches
I
here.
actually have an answer for this, and it changes. Like I go through different
Yes.
favorites, but my current one is undersea green.
Okay,
Look at
I'm
this.
really close. I'm really close. I love undersea green. It is so gorgeous. Mix it with rose of ultramarine.
Oh,
Um, just see what happens. But my favorite's Cascade Green. It always has been, like since I discovered it.
really? Oh, wow.
Just I love the way that
I guess I
it's
don't use it right because man, that's beautiful.
I just add a crap ton of water. And then you get blue, because it is a mix. You
Yeah.
get blue and then you get like this gold separation. It's
Wow.
magic.
I need to play with
So
that.
oh yeah, I love it, love it. Um I do have some pre-mix that I can show you.
Yes, please.
Um, these are two mixing books. Um, I did make these
Okay.
sketchbooks, so these are some of my first prototypes. So they're pretty rough, but they do the work. They do the job.
Yeah.
So this is probably 20. Yeah, this is 2024. So this is just playing and trying to get different things. Some of these I was trying to dupe
Oh,
like Schminke colors,
wow.
or you know, I think there's a
Cobalt,
couple other dupes in here.
cobalt turquoise with cobalt violet. Hello.
Yeah, hello. I know. It's so pretty. It actually reminds me of the Holbein their granulation colors. There's one that
Yeah.
looks just like this. I can't remember the name.
Yeah. It's
And
beautiful.
there's just so much you can do. Yeah, like they have 272 colors, but you don't need them all.
Yeah.
Honestly, just I always tell people just start out with like a small palette and slow. It's kind of fun to collect them all. It's like Pokemon. It's like you got to catch them all
You
because
know, I don't think
you
I
can
have
do so much.
I don't think I have any cobalt from Daniel Smith. And I see that's the common one on your mixes right there.
Yeah,
Anything
any
cobalt.
cobalt's going to really granulate. So this is kind of the cobalt page. I've got
Hmm.
yeah, good eye on that. But cobalts are fabulous because they just granulate like absolute crazy. Cobalt teal is a favorite.
Oh man, I've been happy and set with my palette, and I've said I don't need any additional ones like this. I don't need any more color. I have 52. Um, but man, I want some cobalts now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say if you really want to go basic, I really love, like I said, do you have cobalt teal blue?
I don't have any cobalt from Daniel Smith.
None. Oh, okay, okay.
I
I
have
would
no cobalt.
say, okay, I would say, this is like I call this America's sweetheart because everybody loves.
Oh wait. I do have
You
one.
might. You have.
I have cobalt teal blue. Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
That's
Okay, that's That's the one because this one has so many fun mixes. If you want some really fun, bright, vibrant,
Think
granulating greens, mix cobalt teal with anything warm like yellow or so here's nickel azo yellow. Highly controversial, I guess. Um,
Why is that
and
controversial?
oh, some people don't like the nickel in it. I have a
Oh,
friend in Alaska who she won't use anything with the nickel or the nickel azo yellow.
oh, okay.
So some people say it. I don't. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get some really fun purples too. So if you take your cobalt teal and mix it with like magenta, like quinacridone rose if you have, or something
I have that one.
similar.
Yeah.
Try it with quinacridone rose, and it just gives you some really pretty. Let's see, quinacridone rose. I'm looking at I have a map on the wall of I have a drawer of full
Mhm.
pans here that is all the Daniel Smith colors. And the reason I made this is just we do Thursday live sessions with
Yeah.
John where we mix. And so I had to create something where I could have all the colors easily. I don't use it for anything but that truly. And I guess this. So,
Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful.
oh my goodness. And I love that you're mixing on the paper because that creates a little more nuance. It gives you those different hues.
Yeah,
But
I
one of
have
my
my palette
other,
right here, but I'm totally ignoring my palette.
I love that. One of my
The
other favorite ways of mixing is where you start with full strength, one color here, you put the other color, and you slowly meet in the middle and see all the different colors you can get.
Yeah, that's kind of what this one right here, you can kind of see the different
Pretty.
tones in it. Oh, and it's
That
granular.
reminds me of those popsicles that are like a firework. What are those called? The
Bomb
summer pops. Yeah, that's what that
Hmm.
reminds me of.
That's funny.
I'm already missing summer.
I'm not, I don't do well in heat, so I'm ready for some
Oh, I
fall.
bet. I bet. We had our first snow here in Idaho on Sunday.
Okay, well, okay. We live in
Mhm.
completely different climates, so I
Yeah,
totally understand the difference, why you would like summer. I have Texas summer, so it's
right.
quite
Yeah. Yeah, I lived in San Diego for 6 years before coming back. So I was raised in Utah, very cold. And
hmm.
then we moved to San Diego and it ruined me forever. I am forever ruined because I don't know, I just never really have acclimated back to here.
Yeah.
It's but our house is warm and we have a wood burning stove, so I don't have anything to complain about.
Ugh. Okay, so I've put this cobalt in my palette. I can't remember when it was. I think I was actually watching a Daniel Smith live. Um, but I don't know that I have integrated it into my paintings yet as I should, because that is gorgeous.
It is so nice. I think that's kind of how I feel too, because I do have it in my travel palette, but I do not have it for like I do the work I do that's commission work is pets, and so I use a lot of earth colors. So I would say the same. I don't I'll use it for a pop of blue. It's great for like if you're painting turquoise waters,
Mhm.
which there aren't a lot of around here, to be honest.
Yeah.
But if you just need a vibrant teal kind of blue, then that's
I
your
use
baby.
I use a lot of greens and yellow, or not, well, I do use yellow all the time, but pinks and purples because I do a lot of florals. So I don't normally reach for that, but mixing greens with that would be a really good idea.
Oh yeah. And if you want to tone it down a little, add a red or a magenta and it'll give you more of here's a moodier green. I love that tip somebody gave me a long time ago. They said if your greens are too bright, just add a little red or a little magenta and it totally gives it that earthy green that we love.
Look at this one though. We've got the cobalt with quinacridone gold. That's a
That's
beautiful green.
beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love mixing with quinacridone gold, by the way.
That's one of my favorites. It's so versatile because it can be so light yellow or it can be really rich. I love Quinn Gold.
It is. Yeah. I am very lucky to have gotten a tube of the original PO 48.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I didn't know what I was missing. But
Mhm.
I guess so John Cogley had just a little bit left of the PO 48, and so he made special brand ambassador tubes. And I just want to show because I didn't know what I was missing. I've never used the original.
Yeah.
And so now I'm kind of ruined if I can't run out of that now. So I'll show you kind of the difference. So this is the old Quinn Gold, or the sorry, no, the new Quinn Gold.
Okay.
And then this is the original PO 48.
Oh,
It's just a little richer. It's a little more deep.
yeah.
Um, and I call it liquid sunshine because
Yeah.
anytime I need,
I
like, if I'm doing a dogged eye that's like a golden brown and you can see the sun bouncing off of it, I'll do an underlayer of quinacridone gold first.
I love using this for sunflowers because again, you can get such a light yellow, but then look how beautifully rich it goes. Like it's just so pretty.
I love that. And making greens with it, if you drop a little water in after, it gives you these little golden edges, if you know what I mean,
Mm,
like with a
yeah.
cauliflower, gives you like a
Yeah.
little edge. So like ultramarine blue and twin gold is so beautiful. So that's what
Mm,
I'm saying is like you only need a selection. You
yeah.
do not need this many. Like this is ridiculous. This is overwhelming. It's fun. I'm grateful. Um, but do I use them all the time? No. I still, to this day, every time I make a palette, I end up putting the same colors in it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just, you just get your colors that you love. And
Yeah. And that's why like I've set this and I get familiar with this palette. So I've always been like, I don't need any more because I know how to use these and I know what I can mix. Like I don't need anything else. The thing I love the most about using my Daniel Smith palette over other palettes is the granulation and the variety of granulation within the colors.
oh, I love that you made that point because each color, each paint, like not all granulation is the same. I mean, you
No.
talk about lunar black and it's this big chunky
Oh,
granulation that just disperses. And then you've got
yes.
more subtle granulators or potter's pink, for example, that has
Yeah.
it's different because the pigment particles are different sizes and weight.
Yes.
Some of them will settle faster into the paper and just give you those little beautiful
Yeah.
grooves. It's so funny because I remember taking a watercolor class my senior year of high school, so 2002.
Mhm.
Um, took a watercolor class and they were like, do not ever use granulation, like avoid it at all costs. Don't use
Oh my
black, don't
goodness.
use white, don't let it things cauliflower. And it was all these rules.
Yeah.
And I kind of didn't like it. I still loved watercolor, but I was like, this is not for me. And I walked away from watercolor for years. And then when I came back to it, it was like granulation was starting to become cool again. We came back around and now we
Yeah.
embrace it. Daniel Smith's one of the first companies to have the most granulating colors. So they've always really embraced that.
Yeah, and I love because a lot of other brands I will find, a blue or like a few different ones, or they'll have specific granulating paints. But within Daniel Smith's line, so many of them do granulate. And again, in such beautiful ways. So you were talking about Lunar Black. I have Lunar Black here, and then this is Hematite Genuine. They're
I love
both
hematite.
black adjacent.
Yeah.
But they granulate differently. And then hematite has this warmth underneath it that I use this in pet portraits so much. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful paint.
I love that. Yeah, I have it on my dot card just for that reason. I will often use it with burnt umber mixed together if you want like a brindle hair, because it
Mhm.
gives you that warm brown undertone while still maintaining those flecks of black. So try
Yeah.
mixing it with burnt umber and then, let it dry. And I also love encouraging granulation by
Yeah.
splattering a little water. in after I make a swatch. It's a big no-no, like in the watercolor world. They're like, no, but I love what it does. The way
Yeah.
that you get, look at this. This is the Quin Gold and the Ultramarine Blue, two different versions. This one has more Quin Gold, but look how as
Yeah.
it's drying, you're starting to see the blue underneath coming
Yeah.
through.
That's so beautiful. Oh, yeah, that's stunning. Yeah, another Daniel Smith color that just surprised me with how much I like it because I'm not super into warm tones and warm browns, but this, I'm blaming this one on you. Let's see if you can guess what color that is.
Is it transparent red oxide?
You are 100% correct.
I love that color.
It, I love mixing it in things. I love using it on its own too, but it travels too. I don't know what it is about this color, but it will just like take over and it's so beautiful.
It's such a fun replacement for burnt sienna. I
Yeah.
think it's like an exciting, more reddish version of burnt sienna. And then the granulation, just like you said before, the granulation in this one is chunkier, just like transparent brown oxide compared to burnt umber. So
Mhm.
I've replaced both burnt umber and burnt sienna with those two colors just because they're so
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, if you I actually have an example of a dog I just did with the hematite and the burnt umber. I'll grab that. So this is actually a commission for a client, and she has seen this. I just haven't sent it to her yet. So she's seen it. We're good. Um, but here, so this is like a Chihuahua of some kind. But if you look here on the chest,
Oh,
can you
taco.
see the hematite?
Yeah.
Because this dog had like some black flecks in its fur, and so I
Yeah.
embraced the that. It's really fun.
So beautiful. Yeah. The last one I did two dogs in one, and one of them was white with black spots, and the other one was like just a black, straight black kind of poodle kind of dog. I used so much hematite, and I would kind of go back and forth between the different lunar black hematite. I would even use some sodalite genuine in there just to add those variations in color. It was so beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah, here's I don't know if you can see because it's on picture on a but
Oh yeah. Oh,
but
that
yeah,
worked so well.
this is not when it's finished. It's still in process here, but
Yeah, I can
yeah,
see though. I can see that. And here's the cool thing, hematite and lunar black, they'll kind of disappear on you and you have to keep at it. Like you have to keep layering. Was that your experience?
yeah. But the way we paint differently. We discovered this
Oh
when we
yeah. Oh
collaborated last
yes.
time. You like go straight in. I build up layers and layers, so that totally works for me.
Yeah.
You would be appalled at how many layers I ended up putting on this thing. But I love that you can build up layers with these.
Yes, exactly. I was just working with a student and we were her so my style of going right in on dry paper did not jive for her, and so we switched to wet and wet and
Yeah,
slowly like do a wild crazy fur layer, dry
yeah,
it, and then another, and just slowly building, and that's what worked for her. And so it's
yeah.
just fun how everybody's brains are wired differently.
Yes.
And look at what is happening on my palette right now. That is gorgeous.
So remind me which that's the cobalt teal blue and what?
It's quinacridone rose.
Golly, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. It's like a galaxy. So beautiful. Rose of Ultramarine is another favorite.
That one granulates so
It's
beautifully.
it's ultramarine and quinacridone red mixed together. So if you don't have it and you want to make it, you can use quinacridone rose or quinacridone pink, and it will give you the
Oh,
same effect. So,
Rose of Ultramarine is one of the first ones I got from Daniel
oh
Smith.
my gosh, I am obsessed.
Here, I'm gonna put this one. There it is. Oh,
And the way
so
that it separates when you add water is
yeah.
just magic. It's magic. And then Imperial Purple is another kind of favorite of mine.
I do
for
like
the
that one as well. That was in my palette for a while, but it got bumped out. No, it's still in my palette. I just haven't used it in forever. Oh
well,
goodness.
here's a secret. It's the same pigments as rose of
Yeah.
ultramarine.
Yeah, when I do my swatch
So
videos, I put the pigments on the screen, so I've noticed that, but the ratios are just different.
it's just different ratios. So grab your ultramarine, add a
Yeah.
little ultramarine to your rose of ultramarine, and you've got imperial purple. It's so here you go. Like I just turned it closer to imperial purple. I can't say purple
Yeah.
today.
That's okay.
Um, yeah,
Mhm.
can't
Yeah,
say
that's
it, but I can paint it. And then here's the imperial purple straight out of the, tube. And so you can just see how versatile things are when you start to, you and I understand pigment. A lot of people
yeah.
shy away from it because it feels daunting, but it really gives you a lot of power.
Yeah. I love color mixing and color theory. I could color mix all day long. Like it just, it makes me so happy.
I am so with you on that. I've actually been playing with making my own browns I took like the Jean Haynes palette, the Daniel Smith Jean Haynes palette of 10 colors, and have been playing with making brown. And I've got it right here. It's so fun
Mhm.
because, we have all these beautiful earth tones that Daniel Smith gives us. But I
Yeah.
wanted to take the power into my own hands and try to figure out if I only had a couple colors or two colors, could I make brown?
Yeah.
So here's kind of what I came up with. So there's a couple extras in here, like lavender and cobalt teal are not in the Jean Haynes. And then I swapped out the lunar blue for blue apatite.
Okay. Oh, that one's a
Um,
gorgeous
it's
one.
just so pretty. It's deeper. Lunar blue for me kind of leaves me wanting. And
Yeah.
then I swapped out quinacridone magenta for quinacridone red. It just makes vibrant reds when mixed with nickel azo yellow, which is weird. It's really weird. Mix any magenta with yellow and you'll get a vibrant fire engine red.
Yeah.
But here are my browns: quinacridone gold and imperial purple. And then this one's Aussie red gold and moon glow.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah, I love
There's
mixing brown as well. I mean, you just take your I do need to ask what your favorite red is in a second, but take your complementary colors and mix them and do different things. And it's so fun just to figure out what colors, go and do things. It's so
Oh,
beautiful.
it's so fun and it never ends. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
272 colors. That I wouldn't even be able to do the math on how many combinations
Yeah.
you could do. I mean, it's
So like
crazy.
I just put rose of ultramarine with quinacridone gold for that brown right there.
Gosh, so
Like
pretty.
that's stunning. Just very quickly, two colors and brown. It's so
Love
pretty.
that.
Okay,
Love it.
I need to know. So I, for some reason, red, if you kind of look at my palette, red's kind of where I'm lacking. I have two reds and I've never found my favorite red. These are Pyrrole Scarlet and Permanent Red. What is your favorite red?
Yeah, it's interesting that you said that. I have an aversion to the color red. I don't know why. I've been in therapy.
Same.
We can't figure it out.
I
I have an aversion to red.
don't ever use these. I never
Yep,
use them.
I don't wear red. Anything that's red, I won't buy it. I just don't like red. So,
So funny.
my favorite, there's kind of two. The one that's always in my palette and on my dot card is quinacridone red because it's magenta leaning. It's like
Okay.
even though the name calls it red,
Yeah.
here it is. But when you water it down, it's more
Yeah.
magenta. It's so pretty. And then if
Yeah.
I want red, let's say I need red, let's say I'm urban sketching and
Add a
there's
little bit of yellow. Yeah.
add a little nickel azo, which is always on my palette, just a touch.
Yeah.
People, this blows people's minds. They're like, wait, you can make red. I
Yeah.
love the magenta, the cyan
I'm with you.
magenta. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
most definitely.
but if you want a gorgeous blood red, do not look in the red section of the Daniel Smith colors. I wanted to bring this up as well. So Daniel Smith has these dot cards and they have updated them recently to include the new six colors. I don't have that one yet. It's coming in the mail. But right now I do have the old one before they put the new colors on. I took this dot card over years of when I barely had any Daniel Smith. to now having all of them over the years, I use this as a guide. I used it
Mhm.
how to pick colors. Like I couldn't afford Daniel Smith at the time. So I would do whatever I could, like maybe not buy that candy bar at the gas station or that coffee and take that money and set it aside. And I was buying like a tube every couple of weeks because I was
Yeah.
able to save that money. So when people say to me, I can't afford it, I'm like, you probably could. You probably could. If just a tube at a time or a stick at a time. What are they,
Yeah.
$9 at Blick?
Yeah.
Um, they're super pigmented. But anyway, I took that dot card and it became kind of, I wrote all the pigment numbers on it. And this became kind of a really cool tool. So I cut it up into sections of 12. It's on a ring. And now I use it for when I'm planning a painting. I can kind of quickly pick a color. However, so back to the red.
Yeah.
If you look at the reds section, there's a couple oranges in here. Um, there's, that's what you're getting. But if you head over to the earth tones here, you
Yeah.
will find my favorite red. It's so pretty, deep scarlet, because it's
Oh,
more of a blood red, like a really deep, almost. Let me just swatch it out. That'll give you
yeah.
the best idea. It's so pretty. I don't think it belongs in the earth tones, but I'm not the chemist. I'm not the person who gets to choose that. So let's see, 4H4. Yeah, so for years I had deep scarlet before I discovered quinacridone red, but I do have like a little earth, like a landscape palette I put together that this is the red. So here you go. It's oh so
Beautiful.
pretty.
Yeah.
But it really does look like blood.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty. Mm.
And if you mix
I
this
love,
one with green, you get browns.
yeah. Oh, I bet that makes it pretty brown.
Yeah, here's serpentine
Can you,
genuine.
I was gonna say, can you mix undersea green with that? But
Oh, undersea, yeah.
hmm, serpentine, yeah, serpentine is one of my favorite greens from Daniel Smith because of the granulation in it. It's stunning.
Yeah, undersea is so funny. I've fallen in and out of love with it so many times, but I'm back in love with it again. We have
It's
a
my
rocky.
go-to right now. I can't not
It's
use it.
great. I love that. It's so perfect. Let's see. I think I grabbed the wrong green. Undersea green.
Here's undersea and serpentine together.
Nope.
Oh man, that's pretty. This page of color is making me so happy right now.
I
Ugh,
love it. I was just telling my student this. She said, "How did you get good at like being
you got to play.
free, and how did you get good at understanding these colors?" I'm like, dude, I swatched for years before I really painted stuff. I really
You
did. I love swatching. I would
you
rather
have to
swatch
learn
any
how to
day.
play.
Yeah, because it's like muscle memory. Your hand, your brain, all those things start to understand what's going to happen if I drop a little water in. What's going to happen
Yeah.
if I take some water to this edge, and like swatching. It's just brush
Mm,
mileage is huge.
yeah.
We're all out there trying to buy new brushes to try to,
Yeah.
maybe this brush, but at the end of the day, it's brush mileage with the one you've got.
Okay, I've got to know Quinn Violet. Do you use Quinn Violet? It's such a beautiful color.
Yeah, I
Um,
do have it.
but with the cobalt,
Violet and yeah.
I got to see what it does. Oh, that's so pretty. That's a beautiful color.
I've been loving quinacridone lilac lately.
I don't have that. Oh my
It's
gosh, but this is
very,
so
I would
pretty.
say it's just pinker than quin violet. It's a little
Look at
more,
this color right here that
oh
it
my
makes.
gosh, that's beautiful. Okay, what
Oh,
did you want me to mix it with again?
um, the red that you had with undersea green.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Let's
No, Quinn. Oh,
just
mix them all, Ashley. Just mix them
mix
all.
everything in a big pile.
It's so funny.
I was thinking it'd be fun to do a live stream. Like we could both do something someday where people can put in the chat what they want us to mix.
Oh, that would be so fun.
because
I don't know
it's
how to do that. You
helpful.
have to help me.
It's so helpful for people to get an idea
Yeah.
before they buy, you know, and that's why these dot cards are powerful. They're really, this is how I chose. I've bought like 4 sets of those already because they're just great. Um, yeah.
Okay.
So,
So I'm gonna talk about a couple of my favorite mixes that I did today, and I want you to do the same. We'll have to wrap up soon.
okay.
Um, I'm really, really surprised. The bottom one down here, this is Pymentite and Hematite
I love
together.
that mix. It reminds me of
Oh,
volcanoes.
yes, it's so beautiful. And this right here surprised me. I used rose madder, which I don't use a lot, but with new gamboge, and it made this beautiful color.
I
I
love
was
that.
really,
That's so pretty.
I don't, I added rose madder a while back, but I haven't used it a ton. I still like keep going back to the ones I'm used to, you know?
And rose madder is very delicate.
It
It's a
is.
very delicate, like you paint it and you think it's going to be really bright, and it's just very delicate. It's a good pink for florals if you're doing
Yeah.
more toned down
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. And then the Quinn Violet with the cobalt teal blue, that is just stunning. Oh, so pretty.
I'm just going to clean my palette off really quick. I'm just spraying
Mhm.
it if you hear that. Quickest way to clean a palette, just get your spray bottle and hold it over your water pot.
Do you ever use lapis?
You know what? I inherited a really old,
Oh, it's
almost
so
dried up tube of lapis back in the day, and I was so disappointed. I was just like, because it is another one of those delicate
it's
colors.
very light. Definitely very light, but it is so beautiful and the granulation, I love lapis, especially Daniel Smith's lapis.
Yeah, I have a friend, a fellow brand ambassador, Anna Marie. She loves it. That was the first color she discovered with Daniel Smith. It's a expensive one because it's a Primatech. It's one of their first Primatech colors.
Mm,
All right, let me swatch it out really quick. I
yeah.
actually, I if I did landscapes, I think I'd use it a lot more.
Yeah.
But here it's very, so that's
Yeah.
probably as mass tone as you're
And
gonna get. And then
yeah.
from there, and it has a beautiful granulation.
Yeah. So I
But yeah,
swatched
great for
there,
skies and water.
but I want to mix it with a yellow. I want to see
Ooh,
what happens.
let's see here.
I feel like it needs a bright yellow since it's such a muted blue.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna put some lemon in mine and see what happens.
Ooh. And lemon is like a very cool green, or not cool green. Oh my gosh. It's
Yellow.
leaning
Yeah.
more, yeah, leaning more
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh,
And
what
it's
if what
gonna
if you do,
granulate. Oh,
okay,
what if
let
I do
me think. What if we
what?
do Quinn Gold? Have you done Quinn Gold with it?
No, I haven't. I need to though.
I love mossy greens.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna put a little Quinn Gold on my page. Let's get some more. The lapis takes quite a bit of water to reactivate, so you got to give it a minute.
Yeah, and I also like to get a brush that I don't care about so I can kind of
You can
dig a
dig.
little bit. Yeah. Unless you're
Yeah.
using it straight from the tube, which is also really cool to do.
Oh, man, these are beautiful.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Yeah.
Another one, it's kind of an underrated color. Most companies have this color, and it is cobalt violet. I do have a different brand of it that is a little brighter.
I have
Um,
that
I
line.
I think, and it's a little harder to wake up. It's kind of along the lines of like the new manganese violet.
Yes.
It has the same consistency. It's a little
Yes.
gummy feeling. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I found
It's
a way to,
beautiful.
it's so pretty, but I found a way to dupe it, to
Okay.
kind of create a dupe.
Do
So let me
tell.
grab that. I actually mixed it in a pan so that I can just have it ready.
So
So
what
it's
did you use?
French ultramarine and opera pink.
An opera
And you're
pink.
going to do more opera than French ultramarine. And opera's
Okay.
another one of those that needs a minute to kind of wait.
Yeah. And I do have both of those. So let me
And a lot of people avoid opera because of the
Light
fugitive
fast.
conversation.
Yeah.
But here's the cool thing about this.
Fugitives.
Um, basically what it is quinacridone magenta with a fluorescent pigment mixed. The
Yeah.
quinacridone magenta is excellent light fast. So even if this were to
Oh.
fade, let's
Oh,
say I
oh, Ashley, that's beautiful.
even if it were to fade, you will still be left with quinacridone magenta, like a deeper pink. And
Yeah.
so you have to kind of take that into account. It's not going to disappear. You're just going to lose the fluorescence of it. And Daniel Smith does not like to do fugitive colors, but because so many artists wanted
Use
this
it.
color, he went ahead
Yeah.
and did it.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I think if you're going to use pigments like that, you just have to make your choices. And like if you're doing it in a sketchbook, it's fine. If you're doing it for practice, it's fine. If you're going to sell paintings with it, you just need to let people know. Don't hang it in the sun. Put
So
UV glass in front of it.
I have a painting in my living room. It's a giant one that I did. It's like a succulent painting, and I used two Daniel Smith colors, Opera Pink and Fuchsite Genuine.
Oh gosh, I
It
love
is
fuchsia.
so stunning. And it's in my living room. I used a fugitive color. I did it, I don't know, a year or two ago, and it's still beautiful. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
like indirect sunlight.
Yeah.
Uh, so, like, don't be afraid to use it. Make the art. Just do it.
Yeah. That's exactly right. And one of the mottos that Daniel Smith has is if the paint works, use it. You know, they say that about like Chinese white and titanium white. Like if it works, use it. If it works for you, just I am not a huge fan of rules. I like learning the rules just so I can go, okay, that's cool. And then I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. You know,
Yeah.
you do what you want,
Ashley,
but so pretty.
Ashley, I think I made a new favorite green.
Oh, which one is it? Is it the lapis?
Yeah, so lapis with lemon and with quinacridone, both of them. Any lapis with yellow, look at that. Oh,
So pretty. I
do
love
you
that
see the
gold banding.
separation?
Yes. There's like a gold banding going down the middle.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be
So
using
pretty.
that in my greenery from now on. That is so
And
pretty.
and then here's my cobalt violet dupe. It's you have to play with the consistencies, but it's the opera and the French ultramarine, and it's just so pretty. And you can even, you can go further towards blue and get other shades. I love mixing purples. I love mixing greens.
I'm trying to think. You mentioned manganese. I have that in Schminka. I think my cobalt violets in Holbein. I can't remember.
Yeah, this is the new Daniel Smith manganese violet, and this isn't a new color.
Oh,
Like it's so pretty and it granulates so beautifully.
my
And
favorite
it's
of the new ones is coral reef.
I love that. It's so
Oh, it's
fun
so,
too because it's an orange pigment mixed with white, which makes it pink. I love that.
yeah, it's beautiful.
I really like mixing the earthy red light with the cobalt green deep. That was the one I've been so needing. The cobalt green, because I use cobalt green deep and dark in other brands, and I was just like, come on, we need this. And so I am a very happy girl right now. But I love mixing it with the earthy light red to get it
Mm.
just gives it
Ooh, that's pretty.
yeah, it just gives it this like, let's see if I can mix them both like this. So pretty.
I'm trying to see if there's a color I've neglected on my palette that I need to experiment with today because I'm discovering new things in my palette that I didn't realize.
I love that. I love discovering like not just paints, but you rediscover an art supply that before you weren't too fascinated with, and then you find a new way to use it.
Yeah. So you mentioned lunar blue earlier. Um, or was it blue apatite genuine? It was blue
Yeah, I
apatite.
mentioned both, and they are very close. In fact, they're next to each other in my palette here.
Same. They're right here
And
on mine.
they're so close, but let's show the
Yeah.
difference, shall we?
Yeah. All right. My first one I'm going to do is blue apatite.
That's me too. We're the same. We're the same name. We're like the same person. Um, Yeah, let's see here. Lunar blue is fun. I like the lunars. I like lunar earth. Lunar earth is so fun.
Oh, I don't have that.
It's
I want
another
all the
weird,
lunars.
yeah, it's another weird granulator. Like it's got those chunky pigments. So if you look here, I feel like lunar blue is a little more leaning warm. Like it's got a yellow or like a green leaning, while blue apatite is deeper.
Yeah.
And also the blue apatite, well, they both kind of have a black granulation happening
Yeah, they
throughout.
do. Yeah.
But if you have lunar black, you really can make lunar blue. That I don't remember the mixture, the recipe.
Oh, they're
Um,
so pretty though. So pretty. I'm writing down some of these so I don't forget what I did. Because some of these
that's
pictures,
what this is. I've got these books, and anytime I find a color mix, I grab my book.
yeah.
Like just here's Imperial Purple and Aussie Red Gold for some
Oh,
weird brown situations. So
yeah.
pretty. Yeah, I actually I do a lot of writing for Daniel Smith's blog. I do the photos, and so we just started a mixing recipes series. So about
Oh,
once a
fun.
month. Yeah, there's two so far. We did quinacridone lilac and Aussie red gold. Talk about knock your socks off. And then we made like a nice warm gray with lavender and burnt sienna.
Ooh, grays. Hey, let's talk about mixing grays
There you go.
because
Lavender's a good one.
I feel like we mix browns so easily and often, but tell me how to mix a gray.
Yeah, so you're gonna want like a yellow and a purple is really good. Anything across from each other on the color wheel. So um yeah, yellow. Here's so okay. I say purple. Lavender is more, I don't know if you'd call it blue. I kind of think
Oh,
it's in the
I think it's
middle.
periwinkle.
It is totally periwinkle. So add
I think
something
wisteria
warm.
looks more wisteria looks more
Yes,
lavender to me.
wisteria is like pinkish to me, but it's so funny. Our eyes are
Yeah.
all so different. But if you add like a brown to this lavender, so we used burnt sienna, and it just gives you this beautiful granulating gray for like hazy skies or mist or foggy mountains, that kind of stuff. But,
Yeah.
burnt
Oh, yeah.
sienna, you could use
That's
so
pretty.
many different browns. You could use yellow, you could use orange, quin gold, maybe. Let's see
Oh,
what
I
quin gold
like
would do.
that. You have taught me something. Look at that. That's beautiful gray. I don't usually mix gray. I mix browns, but I don't usually mix a gray, and that's beautiful.
I feel like gray is so underrated.
It
A student
is.
and I were just painting a white dog, and for the shadows, we were just doing gray.
Yeah.
Because the shadows are either cool or they're warm or they're neutral. And so it's really fun when you're painting something white to look in the shadows, whether it's clouds or fur or snow. You'll find so much color within. So to me, it's like gray isn't just this boring, lighter black. It's got nuance, it's got temperature. It's so
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, I agree.
I I use neutral tint religiously for you can see
Mhm.
this stick has been through the
Yes.
ringer. I've had it a couple years now. But neutral tint's my go-to for pet portraits when I need the black, like the pupil of the eye. But also we used it for this white dog for the shadows because it's so interesting. It's not just flat, boring. It leans a little violet, I would
Yes,
say.
it does. Yeah.
And so you can tone it, you can make it neutral, more neutral by
Yeah.
adding just a touch of burnt umber. Let's see, burnt umber, just a touch, like barely, or Van Dyke brown or whatever. But you can almost neutralize the neutral tint.
That's funny.
Mm.
I just did neutral tint with a touch of cad yellow medium, and
Ooh,
that's beautiful.
did it go green?
It's
Okay,
kind of
try.
it's kind of a gray. It's a little more neutral gray.
Okay, next try neutral tint and quinacridone gold and be ready to knock your socks off.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, we've got neutral tints. So pretty.
And this came from my friend Caroline Deeple. She has a stick set with Daniel Smith, and she taught me this. So you keep playing with the different consistencies because it makes the most beautiful olive green.
Really
Yep. Yes.
interesting.
It's so pretty. It's like a deep, mossy. Here, I'll show you. I mixed mine on my palette. It's fun to see the difference. Like you're mixing on paper and it's so pretty. And then you can also see different, things from mixing. So that is neutral tint and Quinn Gold, kind of almost equal parts, I'd
Wow.
say. And
Yeah.
then
I'm gonna
I like
mix
to
some on my
sprinkle a little water, and neither of these colors granulate. These are both non-granulators. So it's really fun to sprinkle a little water and create some fake granulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to mention, you mentioned coral reef. I love these three colors together. They remind me of Starburst. So this
Yes.
is the Jaune Brilliant 1 and 2, and they're candy. They're so
Yes.
fun. I still don't know what to use them for in my work. I have used coral reef for cat ears, cat noses. I
No.
like to use it kind of watered down. I don't because it is it's not opaque, but it's
Okay.
opaque. I mean, it's got
Yeah,
white
it's
in
more
it.
opaque.
So
Yeah.
so it's considered semi-transparent, but still it's yeah.
Okay.
Um
What? Oh, go ahead.
no, go you go.
I was to say, what, in your opinion, is the color most people have the hardest time mixing?
Oh, oh, that's a good question. I feel like browns are hard for people and blacks because you can mix black.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, easily.
I don't know.
Most
What
people
do you
don't
think?
realize it. Um, I feel it depends on the person's knowledge of color theory. I feel like a lot of people get purple wrong because they'll
Oh,
use
yeah.
a warm red and
Mm-hmm.
a blue because
And
when
it
you're in
just,
school, you hear red and blue make purple. Well, you're not going to get a beautiful purple without a magenta. Not a vibrant, like if you use
oh
a
no.
warm red, you're not going to get that purple.
Yeah. So here's an example. You can totally, I've done this with students where we mix the color wheel and we do one with red and one with magenta, like a Quinn
Yes.
Rose. So here's Anthraquinoid Scarlet. It's a bright red. And then let's grab ultramarine, we'll just say. Ultramarine's one everyone has in their palette, I would say. I love ultramarine. It's on my dot card. It's just a good middle road blue. And this is, I can already feel how nasty this is going to be. I am not, yeah, I love vibrant purples. And everyone does get frustrated. They're like, why are my purples so muddy? Well, that's
Yeah.
why. It's that warmth in the red mixed with
Yes.
the blue that's almost giving, if you've got a warm and you're mixing it with blue, it's going to have a slight green tinge almost like you're adding green to it. Look at
Well,
what
because
happened. That's so cool.
it has a tiny bit of yellow. When it's a warmer red, it's got
Hmm.
that yellow. Because if you take the magenta and yellow, you make red. So it's got yellow in it.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, I just mixed these three purples here. And this one is with a very warm red. This one's a less warm red. And then this one is a magenta. And you can just see
Huge difference.
like this one's more dull. You're not going to get that
Hmm.
bright, vibrant purple without a magenta
Yeah,
or
yeah,
peach
exactly.
color.
Yeah, so here's the Anthraquinoid Scarlet. It's a very warm red. And then here is basically I just made Rose of Ultramarine. That
Yeah.
is ultramarine and Quinn Red, which is rose of
Ugh,
ultramarine. But like let's
yeah.
start adding more blue and you start seeing like how
All the
vibrant you can get.
all the variations of purple too. Oh, stunning.
Yeah, so Daniel Smith recently released the triads. They've got their new little 5 mil triads. And what's fun about those is they are not colors I would have thought to put together. And I've had the opportunity to play with these and photograph them and blog about them, and it's just been really
Oh,
fun. But
cute.
I know they remind me of those candy cigarettes we used to buy as kids, like the little
Yeah.
box. They're so cute. This one's my favorite. And you'll love it too because
Yes,
Undersea Green,
I've
Rose of
seen it.
Ultramarine, Aussie Red Gold, it's your baby. I love that one. Um, but also it's just I never would have.
Architectural,
This one
that one.
is fun because if you want to make grays,
Yeah,
lavender, buff titanium, and sepia, those are going to give you some fun grays.
that's
So I
beautiful.
just wanted to put in a plug for those. And they're all at the same price point. You know, it's it's just a good fun way if you don't want to invest in big 15 ml tubes and you just want to try these. Or if
Can
you've
you
got 15 mLs, you can just combine the colors that you already have.
can you tell me what the bottom right deserts what colors
This
are those?
one, Desert Horizon, is burnt sienna light, which is such a fun, delicate burnt sienna color.
Oh,
Amazonite,
yeah.
love
It's a
that
hard.
color. It's like a viridian. It's been one of my favorites for
Beautiful.
years. I have a massive painting of a monarch chrysalis that I did. It's huge, and I did it with Amazonite. So I went through like a whole tube.
Beautiful.
And then Monte Amiata Natural Sienna, which is so
I've never
pretty.
heard of that one. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of their ochres. And I love that about Danielle Smith is I am not a fan of French ochre. We are not friends. Or yellow ochre. Any of it, like the yellow ochre is kind of opaque for me. I
Yeah.
really like raw sienna light if you're going to replace yellow ochre or French ochre.
Mm.
Sienna light, Mars yellow. I
Okay.
don't know which page that one's on. It is so good. Mars yellow, where are you, baby? Um, and then Mars yellow right here. And
Mm.
then you've got your Monte Amiata Natural Sienna, which is so transparent and it's
That's
really
pretty.
pretty.
Okay. So I'm half super excited right now and half angry because I'm set with my Daniel Smith, but now there's so many colors I want. I
Oh
think I
my
need to
gosh.
make another smaller palette, like I don't know, just an additional palette.
They are just so fun to collect. I spent a couple years collecting and um yeah, it's and then I have these little swatch cards I make just so that when I'm planning a painting, I can pick them out. I can look and it's just so fun. Remember what you were saying about granulation and stuff. And
Yeah.
yes, these are two greens. One's completely non-granulating, one totally granulates. And it's just so fun to be able to see them all together.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that one's such a pretty color
green
too.
appetite. Yeah, that one's on my Jean Haynes palette.
Yeah, I've got that one in
But
my palette.
yeah, Prussian green is another favorite of mine.
Oh, wow, that's pretty.
I have a tattoo of it, and I'll tell you why. Where is it? There it is. This is my Prussian green tattoo.
Okay.
Uh, I'm a messy girl, and I leave paint sometimes around the lid of my tubes. And
Yeah.
I went to open it one day, and it wouldn't go, and it wouldn't go, and I pushed really hard, and there was a piece of dried paint literally went in my finger forever.
Oh my
So
goodness.
there you go, my one and only tattoo. I'm proud of it.
That's hilarious. I have a pencil tattoo like that from like third
Oh,
grade where I had a pencil that was shoved in my hand. So that's nice.
well, you know what? I think I have one of those on my elbow. I got in a pencil fight with a boy. Yep, yep, yep. You got to have the pencil tattoo. It's like a rite of passage.
Okay, I'm looking at your page right now. The color directly in the middle. Remind me what that is. Yep.
Oh, good question. Oh, that is these two, the new colors. So the cobalt green
Darn it, I
deep.
don't have
Yeah,
them.
I know.
That's a gorgeous
Um,
mix.
but yeah, like I said, the dot cards, Daniel Smith just kind of updated them with the new colors. Um,
Yeah,
so those will be on there just depending on where you buy it because some stores are probably still having inventory of the old ones. So
gotcha.
um, yeah, but they're fun. I don't think, it's hard for me to say this, but I don't think I have a YouTube channel. I've never done an art haul because of one reason. It's I don't want to encourage people just to go spend. I don't think you need every single color and every single brush and every, you know what I mean? Like you don't need it. Start where you are. use what you
Yeah.
have, get really good with what you have. Like you have, Ashley, you've got that palette right there and you know those colors. Like you've gotten so good with what you have. And then when you're kind of burned out on all,
Mhm.
the palette, you can add another color and then you're giving yourself so many more variables you can mix. Um,
Yeah.
I just think the consumerism and stuff I try to avoid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, an art hall can help people not spend money because, like us showing these colors right now, maybe we're helping you say, actually, maybe I don't want that color, where before
Yeah.
you maybe wanted it. So it's kind of a two-edged sword there, but
Yeah. If I didn't do YouTube, I would probably just have this Daniel Smith palette. And I always, because I test all kinds of stuff because of the channel, and
yeah,
people want to see swatches of different things and compare so they know what to buy and what not to buy. But I always say if you're just starting out, at least for your first year, pick one paint and stick with it, learn it, and you need to learn how that works before you try to learn all of them, you know?
I so agree. And I think that goes with paper, that goes with brushes. Um,
Yeah.
I think we're all looking for the one brush, the one that's going to
Yeah.
make us suddenly a better artist, that one paint that's going to no, it's all about learning what you have and getting really good with what you have. I mean, I started with Canson XL paper and it's awful, but that's what I started with. And I got
Yeah.
really good on that. And then when I was able to upgrade to arches, I was mad because I was like, this is completely different. Now I have to start all over,
Yeah.
because I got so used to what I had. So anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a huge debate right now about people talking about like you have to have this, you have to have that. And the thing is, like, yeah, quality goes a long way. I think Daniel Smith is quality, and I would definitely invest. In fact, I have a friend who was using just like something she got off Amazon as far as paint. And I was like, no, 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 no. So I made her a Daniel Smith palette. I met up with her and I gave it to her as a gift. And she called me later and was like, what? She was just like blown away. The quality difference. She could
Yeah.
feel it the minute she used it. You can feel when a paint is chalky or gummy or it disappears after it dries, kind of just that vibrancy goes away. Um, so quality
Yeah.
matters, but you don't need everything right out of the gate.
So when I started painting, I started in 2020 and I started with a Winsor Newton Cotman pocket palette. It had
Yes.
basically split primary. Um, you don't need all of the convenience colors, especially in the beginning. And I'm hoping that seeing color mixing will help show you that too. But I mean, I used that one palette for a solid year before I got anything else.
Is it
That one,
this?
yes, ma'am.
Look at
I
this
used it.
baby.
Yes, ma'am. That is the palette I used for a
That
solid.
was what I started with too. And you know what?
It's
I learned a lot.
yes, you learn how to color mix. If you want to figure out how to make a gorgeous teal green with those, you just play around and figure it
Yeah.
out, And so
Yeah.
even if you wanted to, I would highly recommend if I would either recommend that palette or I would get the Daniel Smith Essentials where it's
Yep. I've got it right here. Okay.
okay. I can't remember which colors are in it, but it's just your primaries, your basics that you can mix anything with. So, yes, it's not going to have all of the crazy granulation of some of these, but you can get the colors themselves. Does that make
Oh
sense?
yeah, exactly. And look, we've got quinacridone rose, French
Yes.
ultramarine, which is slightly warmer than ultramarine, but you can
Yeah.
mix
Oh, I
really
love
pretty
it.
purples. Phthalo blue and quinacridone
Yes.
rose, you're gonna get some really vibrant purples. It's got a red, it's got pyro scarlet, so yellow
Yes.
light and new gamboge, and you're set. You can mix so many. I have mixed these colors and made color charts.
Yes.
Um, Daniel Smith's website has a color chart from this, and it's just a great starter.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that.
I would
Thanks for
start with
mentioning that.
that. I would start with that, learn it, learn how to mix, and then as you see colors, you can get them. But like you said, you don't need it all. If you have the budget and you want to have fun with this, I mean, it took me a while to get to have all of these. I started with a small amount and just got colors as I could.
I think it's more fun that way too, like to slowly build up your collection and you get to know the
Definitely.
colors. The times
Yeah.
that I've bought like 5 tubes at once is a rare occasion, but if I
Yeah.
treated myself to 5 tubes at once, I feel like I didn't spend as much time with each color and get to know them because there was
Yeah.
just so many and so they ended up in my palette and then I kind of forgot. So
Can
it's
can we make a side note real quick about
yes.
I don't want to sound like a a Daniel Smith sales rep or something. Um because I personally do love Daniel Smith. I think there's lots of brands that you could use, but if you're wanting a professional quality paint and you don't want to spend too much, these are a really good way
They're
to do it because
amazing.
you can
Yeah.
cut these off and put them in pans. This could be how
Yeah.
many half pans? I
Three.
mean,
Three.
okay.
Yeah.
And
See, I've got one right here. And you just
yeah,
cut it and you've got your half pen instant. And here's the thing,
yes.
a tube, a 15 ml tube has some water in it. These are
Yeah,
pure pigment and gum arabic dried, no water. So they're 12 mLs. So you're actually getting more pigment.
yes. And or you can do it like this. I'm dipping it in
Yes.
water and rubbing it on a mixing plate and then use it. If you don't want to have, half pans or whatever, you can use it. It's the same, I
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
how I use it for pet portraits. So here's my little mixing bowl, and I use this stick straight out of the stick for eyes when I need instant pigment. I just dip my brush. I made a little, it's got a hole in it, and my detail
That's
brush
cute.
creates a little well. Let's see if I have
Yeah.
a brush here somewhere.
Funny.
What am I saying? Of course I have a brush. I have like a million. So yeah, I actually drop a little water in it now that it has a crater in it. I just drop a little
Yeah,
water in the hole.
that's
And then
cute.
I've got like a little well at all times of pig, and it's instant black, like it's instant pigment. And
Yeah.
then when I want to wash, I just put some water and then I take the bottom. Sorry, I'm not showing. I take the bottom and that's
Rub
how
it
I
on
get
there.
my, yeah. And then you
Yeah.
can mix this way as well. Like you can take another stick. And then if, to clean it off, just wipe it on your little, like I've got my little towel here. I just tapped it on my towel and I'm good to go. I love these for travel. I've been using them in my
I was
travel
about to say
kit.
that too. You can just throw these in a bag. Like, yeah, you can travel with these so easily.
Yeah, I have to show you. So I've got mine. I think I showed this on my YouTube channel. This
Oh,
is a
that's
bullet
cute.
case only in America. This is a bullet case, like ammo. I
Yeah.
got it at like Sportsman's Warehouse or something. But anyway, I just put a little band around it, and I love this because it sits in my kit when I'm out
Yeah.
and about, and
That's
I can
adorable.
actually I don't even have to pull them out if I don't want.
Yeah, you could just put your brush on them as your paint, like set it there.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if I want
You
to
can
mix
add,
greens, I will
yeah.
have like my blues, or I will have like a bunch of sticks in my hand like this, and I mix right on the stick. So you can see I've got
Yeah.
some green. And then you just wipe it off
It's
before you're
yeah,
done.
it's the same as mixing them in your palette. I mean, I mix my colors on top. Like, do you see how messy and dirty this thing is?
I love it. It shows that you paint.
Yes, it is well loved. That's hilarious. I love that. I don't have many sticks because I already have the tubes and the paints and the palette. But if you didn't, that would be a great way to start.
Yeah, I actually in 2023 I had a kidney transplant and I would go down to Salt Lake City, Utah, where the closest blick to me is 2.5 hours
Mhm.
away. And
Oh
my
my.
hospital was down there. And so what I would do is every time I had an appointment, I would treat myself because I was going through a really hard time. So I was like, yeah, look, I'm gonna spend $10 on a stick every time I have to go to an appointment, anytime like surgeries, whatever. And so I slowly started building up my stick collection that way. So I actually have all of them now, but
Oh, that's beautiful.
that's I do create content for Daniel Smith, so I have to make sure I have everything.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And you know what? I don't even use like I built that little palette or that box that I have them in that holds 20. And so what I've been doing is for like a month, I will just use those 20 colors till I really get to know, even though I know the colors, I don't. I mean, they're colors I
Yeah,
would never have put in my palette because the
yeah.
sticks come in, I think we have 62 now. Um So they're just great.
I love it. So I'm still staring at your mixture in the center, and I tried to kind of copy it with what I have. Oh, I guess mine's off the screen a little bit. I used Prussian green and transparent red oxide right here,
Ooh,
kind of giving the same vibes for me. It's
that
beautiful.
is so pretty. Prussian green is a pretty color.
Yeah. But again, play. You don't have to have the exact same colors. You can still kind of get similar effects.
Yes. One of my favorite other mixes for a fun mossy green is just the Cascade green mixed with Quin Gold. Just because it adds a little more gold to it than it already has. And oh, lovely. And then it separates as it dries and you get these fun golden edges.
Yeah. Quin gold mixed in anything is fun,
Liquid sunshine, baby.
right? It seems to
There's
be a
that.
very common denominator in our mixing. Like it's
I know.
so beautiful.
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
essential.
yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, so a lot of these greens that I use in like these, convenience greens and convenience colors, you can totally mix. Oh, that's beautiful. You can totally mix them.
Yeah. Yellow and blue makes green.
Yeah.
Um,
And when you use
and
different blues and different yellows, you make different greens.
yeah, and then adding a brown or a red to a green can deepen it and give it, that earthiness.
Yeah. Yeah. I love
Another color that
go.
I always have in my palette, my travel palette, manganese blue hue, because it's such a perfect sky blue or
Oh,
water blue. Oh gosh, I love it. Let me swatch it out here. It's so pretty. And then if you mix it with cobalt teal, it's even prettier. I know it sounds weird mixing two blues, but they have different properties that when you
yeah.
mixed them together, let's see what I can get here. You just get like this, oh, so pretty.
One of my favorite ones I use for kind of skies. I want to see if you can, it's a little bit more dusty. It's not like as vibrant, but I'm curious if you can tell which blue this is. It
Okay.
granulates, it's very soft, and it has
Is it
little,
cerulean?
it is. I love it so much.
I have
Oh,
actually not played with cerulean a lot. I've played with
oh my gosh.
cerulean blue chromium, which is really deep compared to cerulean. So here's the cerulean blue chromium. It's
I
deeper.
need to. I'm gonna try and get out my swatch thing of my Daniel Smith palette. Hold on, it's underneath glass. Give me a second. Um, Cerulean right here. It's
Yeah,
just so beautiful in
it's
the way
so
it granulates, and it's
love
another
that.
one of those that's delicate and soft.
Yeah, I love your stone
Love it.
swatches. Those are so fun.
I don't know, they make me happy. But
I love it because what it does is it shows mass tone, but
yes,
then when you lift out the middles like that, it
and then
gives
you have
you, oh,
granulation
it's so
and the
pretty.
lightest. Yeah, this is my favorite way. And I mean, look at the lunar black.
Oh my gosh. Cookies and cream.
Yes. Oh, that's funny. Now I'm hungry.
I'm always comparing browns to chocolate during Zoom, during live, and everybody's like, stop it.
That's
They
funny.
are. They're chocolate. I really, really, really love Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine, both that one and Kingman Green turquoise, but they are a little on the pricey side. And
I
you
don't
can, I
have
mean,
those.
so
I
the
need to
Sleeping
make notes.
Beauty, yeah, Sleeping Beauty is it's one of the Primatex. So it's made out of
Okay.
the turquoise from the Sleeping Beauty mines in Arizona. I think it's Arizona. And then also the Kingman green is from the Kingman mines, I think in Arizona. So like a lot of the turquoise
Can
here in the US comes from the Southwest.
can you show me what Kingman green is? Oh,
Yeah,
are you
so
now?
here's the Sleeping Beauty. It's
Okay.
very close to cobalt teal, but a little deeper.
Okay.
Granulates lovely because it is a mineral. And then the
Yeah.
Kingman green leans more, it's a greenish turquoise. Let me wake that little guy up.
Yeah, that one sounds like something I need. The Kingman. I don't know why, but it just sounds
It's
like
very close to like Viridian, and a Amazonite. Amazonite's a little deeper than the Kingman. Let's see here. Okay. I am running out of space, so I'm moving my camera. So here's the Kingman.
Okay.
green and
Oh, that is
turquoise.
so
It
pretty.
is really pretty. I use this in place of Viridian. I don't use a Viridian a lot just because I haven't. I don't know why, I just haven't.
Yeah,
But then
Viridian's not
the
my favorite, but that's beautiful.
yeah, and then the Amazonite is oh, it's always been one of my favorites. Let's see if I can wake it. I like to spray my palette a while before starting so everything's nice and waked up. Waked up.
Mhm.
That's what my daughter says, waked up. She's 14. I have not
So
corrected her.
these three blues right here, um, they're different colors, but I feel like they have very similar personalities. So we have lapis and then the cerulean. They're both kind of delicate. And then the cobalt teal
Uh,
turquoise. Those three together. Oh,
oh, I love that. And I love what's happening in the swatch. I'm not sure. It's next to those three purple swatches. You've got a swatch that's doing something crazy.
which color?
It's like next to yeah, right there. That's pretty. What was that?
I have no idea. It's that was like one of the first ones. I feel like it had some Cascade Green and Rose of Ultramarine. I think that's what that is.
It's so pretty. My
Yeah.
word. Yeah,
Yeah,
here's my
that is.
Cascade and Quinn Gold right here. That one is pretty. It's just the way
Oh,
that the Quinn Gold kind of separates
yes.
out and
Yeah,
it
here's
gives you
mine.
these little,
Yeah.
oh, love it.
I'm gonna do that
Um,
swatch again so we can see it. Yeah, I think that was Quinn, Rose of Ultramarine and Cascade. Oh, yeah, that's what that was. That's
and then
beautiful.
I have an underrated color. People don't talk about this
Oh,
one much.
okay. Do tell.
Cobalt green pale.
Cobalt green pale. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those delicates, but here it is kind of compared to these. I love
Oh,
it because it
I love
granulates
that.
beautifully, but it is so soft.
I like the soft. I don't know why. It's so pretty. Because you can also layer those
Yeah,
so beautifully.
yes. I have a whole bunch of colors that are like my forgotten, like people don't talk about certain colors and they're my favorite. So another one is German greenish raw umber. Sound
What
it
is that?
I love it. It's one of the earths, but it's green. And I'm a green girl. I grew up in the mountains, camping, fishing, hunting, wore camo, and I love me a really, really brownish green. So you might not
Yeah.
like this. I heard somebody on
I love
YouTube
green.
compare it to duck poo. So
Ew.
she did not like it.
Okay,
Maybe
we'll
you
we'll give
won't
it a
like it.
different name.
Here it
We'll give it a
is. Here
different
it
name.
is. German
No,
greenish raw umber. I think it's
that
lovely.
is like a khaki green.
It's so pretty.
That
And
is
I
beautiful.
don't like nobody talks about it. It
Yeah.
just kind of flies under the radar.
Yeah. I love all greens. I just love green.
And olive green is a newish one for me on the I love olive green just in general, but this is Daniel Smith's olive green. I've only had this one for about a year. So there's that. It's a little richer than like green gold. It's just deeper than green gold. But they're
Yeah.
next to each other on the brochure. So they're very similar.
Yeah. That's
But
pretty.
yeah, that the German greenish raw umber core has a version that's very similar called Bohemian Green Earth.
Mm.
I do have that one, but I just I love this color. I actually inherited it. That's why I have it. That My friend's grandma passed away and she was an artist and she had like 50 tubes of Daniel Smith. Some were dried up. I had to resurrect a lot of them and do surgery on the tubes to get the paint out.
Yeah.
But German greenish raw umber was one of the ones that didn't dry up.
Hmm.
And then what else? Let me think if there's other colors that are forgotten. A forgotten generation. Oh, I was going to ask you, do you feel like you're a moon glow or a shadow violet kind of person?
Oh, girl. Okay. I'm sorry. I've got issues.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're the same on this. I just have a feeling.
So when I first started getting into watercolor and hearing all about Daniel Smith, I heard all about Moon Glow. And for some reason, I can't get into Moon Glow.
Okay, I only use Shadow Violet. Like in my
Thank
travel palette,
you. Yeah.
I love Moon Glow. It has its place. It's beautiful mixing it with greens or yellows to get browns. But I love me a Shadow Violet because it's moody.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, funny story. Shadow Violet was kind of an accident. Um, I think they were trying to make Moon Glow or something, and another color snuck in, and that's how Shadow Violet was born. So that's Shadow Violet. Moon Glow is just a little more vibrant, I think, and it separates a little differently.
Yeah.
It's a
I
little
actually
bluer.
I actually don't have either in my palette. I had them both, and as I got new colors, I had to get rid of colors in my
Oh yeah,
palette.
somebody got
Moonglow
voted
went
off the
first.
island. Yeah,
Yeah. And it's weird. I have a Moonglow pan and I have a Moonglow tube, and they are different. They're light. One of them is more blue than the other.
that's
It's
so interesting.
yeah,
Huh.
the pan
Is it?
versus the
I
tube.
wonder if the pigment's separated in the pan or something.
I have no idea, but I have swatches of it somewhere. I don't they're in the other room, but yeah, I looked at them side by side because I had both of them in my palette because they were different. Um, but yeah, one of them is slightly more blue than the other. But
Okay, so grays, we talked about mixing grays. I have a gray that is my favorite pre-made. It's one of
okay.
like the brand ambassador grays. It's Joseph Z's Cool Gray.
Okay, I need to
It's a
see that.
mix of pigments, and as it dries, it totally turns to magic. It separates. So on first look, it's like, okay, it's black. No, and I have this in one of my travel palettes because it's so instant shadows, instant, like if I need dark. But it's
Yeah.
as it dries, the magic comes forth. But it's so rich. I have to look at the brochure to see what the colors are. But it's like instant wakes up. It's juicy. Um,
That's beautiful.
but just watch what happens as it dries. You get like blue comes through.
Yeah.
I just discovered this probably 9 months ago, and I'm obsessed. He has so Joseph Zabukovic, it has the cool gray, the neutral gray, and warm gray. But this cool gray is my favorite.
I haven't looked too much at the different grays that Daniel Smith has. There is a gray from Holbein that I love, and I'm curious if Daniel Smith has anything similar. It's called Davies Gray,
Yeah,
and
Davies gray is similar to gray titanium.
okay, let me look at that because it's
Let
got
me see.
this almost oh green blue undertone. I don't know. It's so pretty.
I do. So that's gray titanium. It's like I call it like buff titanium's cold brother or
Hmm.
something. Because buff titanium's a lot warmer. But let me
Okay,
look at Davies
let me get my.
gray.
Oh, what is that you're swatching?
Okay, so this is actual Davies gray from
Yes.
Windsor. And I
Okay.
would say it's greener. So let me look at the
Yeah,
pigments
yeah.
one sec. Let me
Yeah.
look.
The one from Holbein isn't quite that green. I was gonna
So
show it.
yeah, PG-17, it does have a green. PBK6, which is like lamp black or ivory black. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
PBK19, which is another black, and
So
PW5. So it does
so
have black and green pigments in it.
so Windsor's looks more warm. Where can you see on this paper? Where I'm trying to
And the right side, I can still see.
here
Yeah,
is Holbein's
that
Davies
is
Gray.
really green. Wow.
It's very green, but it's not as warm as that one. This is a cooler green, so it's got more blue to it. But I don't know. There's something about this color. This was the first one I got from Holbein, and I just love this.
It's interesting. I'm trying to think what would be. Yeah, I mean, if you had buff titanium or gray titanium, it's a white pigment mixed with a black. I think if you were to take that and just add some green to it, you'd have it. Like, let me water that down a little bit. That was crazy.
Got a couple more minutes. I'll have to go to the doctor soon, but
Yeah, I
let's
was thinking.
I'm gonna mix buff titanium. Let's see what I have that looks like it would go. Rare Green Earth. Where are you? I feel like Rare Green Earth would be a
Yeah,
good.
that's what I was looking at too. Rare green earth, I feel like if you were to add a white to it, you could totally get that Davies
Let me
gray
see.
situation. I've been playing a little bit with whites, just making like pastels.
This is
It's kind of
similar.
fun.
This is buff titanium with rare green. It's not the same. Let's see.
Yeah, I've got rare green earth here just kind of watered down, and it's looking like the Windsor one a little bit. Oh, sorry, I didn't even have my camera on it. Before we go, we should look back at all our dried swatches to see how they've dried.
Yes, let's do that. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, rare green earth watered down is very similar.
Yeah, it
Mm,
really is.
okay. All right, let me move this. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so we can, oh, there we go. That's the right way. So, oh, there's so much prettiness on this. Like, where do we even begin?
So pretty. Yours is very, very bright, vibrant. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this right here, you're right. The cascade with the rose of ultramarine, that is such a pretty. I feel like this had something else in it because it's not the same. This had a warmer green in it.
Oh, so pretty.
I still really like the lapis with the yellows too. That's going to be a go-to for me now.
I love discovering new mixes. As my friend Buffy says, she calls it unlocking or leveling
Mm.
up. We unlocked new mixes today.
I don't know what this is. I'll have to look back on the video, but whatever gray I mixed here, I love.
That is really, really pretty.
I feel like it's lapis because well, maybe it was one of the blue
Was it the
apatite.
lavender? It wasn't the lavender, was
Oh,
it?
you're right. It was lavender and something. Well, it's got some really pretty granulation. Lavender does granulate, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I feel
big
like
granulator.
that was lavender with something. I'm gonna have to figure that out because I really, really like that.
Yeah, so here's that Joseph D's cool gray, and you can kind of see it happening as it's still pretty wet, but you can see we've got like blues coming. There's like a blue granulation in the middle.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
so
beautiful.
pretty.
All right. Well, I've got to get to the doctor. This was so much fun. I could literally
Yes,
do this all
it
day.
was. I yes, I could too. This is so fun.
Yeah. But I think we're going to wrap this video up here. Thank
Okay.
you guys for watching and playing with us. Hopefully you mixed with us. Thank Ashley for being on the channel. I'm so glad I got to talk to her again. If you want us to do anything in the future, let us know. She tossed out an idea of maybe doing a live. If that's something you're interested in, you might have to pull my leg a little bit because I've never done a live, but it would
They're
be fun.
super fun. Yeah, they're super fun. And
I
I
would
have
feel
a
better having you.
feeling we have very similar audience members that
Oh
would
yeah,
probably be there for us. So that would be
they would
great.
enjoy it. Yeah. So let us know in the comments if you want to see that. But we are going to leave you here. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was super fun.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
All right, bye.
That was fun.
I know that was way fun. Oh my gosh. Now I've got to sit here and like take notes of all these because I don't want to forget.
I know. I need to figure out what that gray was that I mixed because it's so
I think it
pretty.
was like lavender
It was
and
lavender, something.
something. I had said burnt sienna, but I think you used something else.
Yeah. Plus question mark. When I edit the
Question.
video, I will. I will
Yeah,
have to.
oh, that's true. There we go.
There we
Oh, it
go.
just did something.
Lovely.
Hold on. There. Are you dealing with a headache, migraines, and all that?
Yeah, I'm going to the neurologist right after this. So I have to, if I don't have ice on my head constantly, my vision just goes away. So I just look
Oh
lovely.
my. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Oh,